When the Indian Premier League was still young, still shaping its identity, one of the fiercest rivalries began to form. The year was 2010, and the Mumbai Indians, a team searching for its crown, locked horns with the Delhi Daredevils, what we now know as the Delhi Capitals. These clashes weren't just cricket matches. They were spectacles that carried weight, pride, and passion. Every ball told a story, every run carried emotion, and every wicket shifted the balance of power. The Mumbai Indians came into that season with a hunger like never before. The Wank head was alive with chants for Sachin Tendulkar, the man who carried not just the bat but the hopes of an entire city. He wasn't just a cricketer, he was the heartbeat of Mumbai. On the other side stood Delhi, a team stacked with raw power Virender Sehwag, Gautam Gambhir, David Warner fearless hitters who could take the game away in a few overs. Delhi was the storm, unpredictable and explosive, and Mumbai was the rock, steady and determined. Every time they met, sparks flew. The 2010 season saw two unforgettable contests between these giants. In one encounter, Mumbai Indians showed the world why they were becoming a team of destiny. Sachin Tendulkar's timing was poetry, each stroke painting pictures on the canvas of Kotla. Pollard, still new to the league, unleashed his raw power, sending the ball soaring into the night sky. Lasith Malinga, with his slingshot arm, fired yorkers that crushed stumps and broke confidence. Delhi tried to fight back with Sehwag's fearless batting, Warner's aggression, and Gambhir's elegance, but Mumbai were ruthless. They didn't just play cricket, they dominated it. That victory announced loud and clear. Mumbai Indians were no longer just participants, they were contenders. But rivalries are never one-sided. When Delhi fought back, it was with fire. Sehwag, in his trademark style, made batting look effortless. He charged down the pitch, smashed bowlers over their heads, and sent a message that Delhi would not bow down easily. Warner, young and fierce, embodied the spirit of rebellion. He didn't care if it was Malinga or Harbhajan, he swung with the same ferocity. Delhi's bowling, led by Dirk Nans and Amit Misra, often tested Mumbai's depth. These matches weren't just contests of skill, they were battles of pride Mumbai's experience versus Delhi's audacity. The rivalry captured fans because it symbolized two cities, two energies colliding. Mumbai, the city of dreams, driven by structure, discipline, and Tendulkar's calm leadership. Delhi, the capital, bold, brash, and unpredictable, playing like they had nothing to lose. Every clash carried stories of redemption, revenge, and resilience. For Mumbai, every win over Delhi was a step closer to proving they could finally lift the IPL trophy. For Delhi, defeating Mumbai meant silencing the doubters who called them inconsistent. And then came the turning point. In 2010, Mumbai Indians went all the way to the final for the very first time. That season was defined by their battles, including the way they handled Delhi. It was those victories that gave them confidence, that shaped their identity as giants of the league. Even though they didn't win the trophy that year, losing to Chennai in the final, their clashes with Delhi proved that Mumbai was now a powerhouse. What makes this rivalry unforgettable is not just the runs scored or wickets taken. It's the emotion. It's Sachin raising his bat to a roaring crowd. It's Sehwag tearing into bowlers as if the world was his playground. It's Pollard smashing sixes that disappeared into the night. It's Malinga celebrating with arms spread wide after crushing stumps. It's Gambhir, animated and fierce, rallying his men. It's Warner proving that youth can challenge experience. These were moments that went beyond cricket. They became memories etched in the soul of the IPL. Looking back, the Mumbai-Delhi rivalry of 2010 was more than a contest. It was a spark that added fire to the IPL narrative. Mumbai went on to build a dynasty in later years, becoming the most successful IPL franchise. Delhi took longer to find its identity, but the seeds of their future were present even then: the fearlessness, the talent, the hunger. Every clash between them since carries that history, that echo of 2010, when both teams gave the world a glimpse of what the IPL was destined to be, not just a league, but a stage for legends. And so, when we remember the rivalry between Mumbai Indians and Delhi Capitals in 2010, we don't just recall matches, we recall battles, we recall city pride, we recall the dawn of dynasties. We recall the sound of leather on willow, the crowd's roar, the silence after a wicket, and the eruption after a six. This rivalry was not just about winning or losing. It was about legacy. It was about writing a chapter in cricket's modern history that would be remembered for years to come. From the moment the sun dipped into the Delhi horizon, you could feel something electric in the air. The Kotla crowd was alive, painted in a mosaic of blue and red. Mumbai Indians, led by the master himself, Sachin Tendulkar, walked into enemy territory carrying the weight of expectation, while Delhi, packed with young firepower like Sehwag and Gambhir, were determined to show that the Kotla was their fortress. The stands vibrated with drums, whistles, and chants, and as the toss was won by Mumbai, choosing to bat, you could sense we were about to witness a night of pure drama. The first 5 minutes were all about setting the scene. Sachin walking out with Shikhar Dhawan, the crowd buzzing at every practice shot, and the commentators reminding us that Mumbai's top order was among the most dangerous in the tournament. From the very first over, tension filled the ground. Delhi's pacers came steaming in, testing Dhawan with swing, but he responded with confidence, carving a boundary through point. It wasn't just a run, it was a message. Mumbai had come to dominate. By the 10th minute, Sachin Tendulkar showed why he was called the Little Master. A couple of delicate flicks off his pads, a straight drive so pure it silenced even the loudest Delhi fans, and suddenly Mumbai's scoreboard looked comfortable. The Kotla outfield was lightning fast, and every boundary amplified the Mumbai camp's confidence. But cricket is never one-sided. In the 12th minute of play, Delhi's strike bowler struck. Shikhar Dhawan edged one to the keeper. The crowd erupted, sensing a breakthrough. Mumbai's fans in the stadium held their breath. The rivalry was alive, and the match was balanced on a knife's edge. As the minutes ticked into the 20s, the drama deepened. Sachin anchored the innings with grace, while young Ambati Rayudu came in with intent. Together they built a partnership that felt unshakable. Every shot from Tendulkar drew gasps. His timing was flawless, his presence commanding. Yet Delhi never gave in. Amit Misra, the leg spinner, bowled with guile, forcing false shots, and in the 18th over he sent Rayudu back, breaking the stand. Suddenly the Kotla crowd roared again, their belief rekindled. By the halfway mark of the speecher, on the 25th minute, we had witnessed a first innings full of ebb and flow. Mumbai, thanks to Sachin's brilliance and some late fireworks from Kiran Pollard, posted a strong total. Pollard, with his towering sixes, made sure the last overs tilted in Mumbai's favor. The ball disappeared into the stands, and every hit reminded Delhi that chasing wouldn't be easy. Mumbai finished with a total that was both defendable and intimidating. The players walked off for the break, sweat dripping, eyes blazing with focus. The second innings began with an explosion. Virender Sehwag, Delhi's fearless opener, stepped up with that familiar swagger. The first few overs were fireworks, lashes through point, a 6 over mid-wicket, and the Kotla came alive like a festival. But then came the twist. Zaheer Khan, Mumbai's spearhead, bowled with precision. He outsmarted Sehwag with a slower one, and the Delhi crowd went silent. The atmosphere shifted. Suddenly the chase didn't look so simple. By the 30th minute, Delhi were reeling. Gambhir tried to steady the ship, but Mumbai's bowlers kept striking. Harbhajan Singh spun a web in the middle overs, stifling runs, creating pressure, and taking crucial wickets. Every dot ball felt heavier, every dismissal another nail in Delhi's hopes. The Kotla, once roaring, now murmured with worry. Fans clung to hope, praying for a partnership, for a miracle. The final 10 minutes of this retelling, the climax, were all about the fight. Delhi's middle and lower order tried to swing, tried to break free, but Pollard and Malinga closed the door. Malinga's Yorkers were brutal, impossible to negotiate. Wickets tumbled, the scoreboard stalled, and Mumbai tightened their grip. By the time the last over arrived, the writing was on the wall. Delhi had fallen short. Mumbai Indians had not just won, They had made a statement. As the players shook hands, the rivalry's flame only burned brighter. Mumbai's fans celebrated like kings, Sachin stood tall, and Delhi walked off knowing they had been outclassed but not broken. For the IPL, for cricket, this match was more than a result. It was theatre, it was passion, it was North vs West, Mumbai vs Delhi, a rivalry that promised to grow fiercer with every encounter. And as the stadium lights dimmed, one truth remained. Nights like these are why we love the IPL, where legends write their stories, young stars announce their arrival, and rivalries turn into folklore. Let's go to Mumbai. The sun was setting over Navi Mumbai, and the DD IPL stadium was glowing like a festival ground. The sea of blue was unmissable. Mumbai Indians fans had come in massive numbers, drums pounding, flags waving, chants of Sachin, Sachin, echoing across the night sky. But across that wall of noise there was Delhi Daredevils burning with hunger for revenge. They had tasted defeat at home, and tonight they wanted to return the favor. The rivalry had taken a personal edge, and you could feel the tension from the very first ball. The toss once again proved crucial. Delhi chose to bat first, a bold decision on Mumbai's turf. The openers, Virender Sehwag and David Warner, walked out like warriors. Sehwag's swagger was unmistakable, bat twirling in his hand, eyes sharp, daring Mumbai to stop him. The first few overs were fireworks. Warner slashed through point, Sehwag lofted over mid-off, and suddenly Delhi were off to a flyer. The Mumbai crowd, so loud moments ago, went quiet. Sehwag was dictating terms, and Warner looked dangerous. But cricket, as always, loves its twists. Zaheer Khan came steaming in, clever as ever, a short of length ball, extra bounce, and Warner mistimed, caught in the deep. The DD IPL crowd erupted. One wick. It was all it took to ignite the fire again. Sehwag, though, wasn't backing down. He cut, he pulled, he flicked. For a while it looked like Delhi were going to post a mammoth score. By the 10th over they had crossed 80, and the partnership between Sehwag and Gambhir looked threatening. Then came Harbhajan Singh. He bowled like a man possessed. A doosra that deceived Gambhir, a quicker one that rattled another batsman, and suddenly Delhi's rhythm broke. Sehwag, still fighting, tried to break free, but even he fell victim to pressure. Caught on the boundary attempting a big shot, his dismissal was like thunder rolling through the stadium. Delhi's fans in the stands put their heads in their hands. The Mumbai crowd roared back to life. The middle overs belonged to Mumbai. Pollard, tall and fierce, bowled with fire. Lasith Malinga, with his slinging Yorkers, terrorized Delhi's lower order. From 80 for 1, Delhi crumbled to just over 140 by the end of their innings. The momentum had shifted, and you could sense it. Mumbai's players walked off with a spring in their step, Sachin calm but confident. Delhi, meanwhile, walked back knowing they were at least 30 runs short of a winning total. Now came the chase, and with it the roar of DD IPL. Out walked Sachin Tendulkar, carrying the hopes of thousands, maybe millions. Every run off his bat was met with thunderous applause. Shikhar Dhawan, his partner, played aggressively, cutting and driving with authority. By the 5th over, Mumbai had already raced past 40. The Delhi bowlers looked rattled, searching for answers. Amit Misra tried to slow things down with spin, but Sachin used his feet, lofting him over extra cover, a shot so effortless it looked like poetry. The partnership grew, and with it Delhi's frustration. The crowd kept chanting, the atmosphere electric, and Sachin was in vintage form. He pierced the gaps, rotated strike, and punished anything loose. By the halfway mark, Mumbai were cruising, needing just over a run a ball. The Delhi players looked deflated, searching for inspiration. But cricket loves drama. In the 12th over, a rare mistake. Dhawan edged one, caught behind. The crowd held its breath. Could Delhi stage a comeback? Ambati Rayudu walked in calm and confident. He played smart cricket, giving Sachin the strike, and together they stitched another partnership. With every boundary, the target grew closer, the tension melted, and victory looked inevitable. And then came Pollard. When he arrived at the crease, the game was already leaning Mumbai's way, but Pollard doesn't play quietly. He exploded, smashing sixes that flew into the night sky, sending Delhi's fielders chasing shadows. The Mumbai bench was on its feet, the crowd dancing, and the scoreboard raced to the finish line. In the final overs, Sachin raised his bat, anchoring yet another chase with elegance, while Pollard finished things in style with a massive 6-over-long on. Mumbai had done it again, back-to-back wins over Delhi in the 2010 season. The stadium erupted like a carnival. Blue flags waved, drums rolled, and chants echoed deep into the night. For Delhi, it was heartbreak. They had started with promise, fought bravely, but Mumbai's composure, discipline, and firepower proved too much. For Mumbai, it wasn't just a victory, it was dominance. They had shown the world they could win away in Delhi and crush Delhi at home. That night in Navi Mumbai, the rivalry between Mumbai Indians and Delhi Daredevils was etched deeper into IPL folklore. It wasn't just about points or wins. It was about pride, about proving who ruled the stage. And Mumbai, under Sachin's leadership, walked away as the undisputed kings of those battles.